Hey guys, Thomas from Team Sakuraso here, coming at you with 5 cards to have in your trade binder for June. Now this series usually comes out on the 15th and we're a little late, so what I'm going to do for this one time only is I'm going to give you guys a 6th baller card at the end of this video because you guys always support me with the likes, comments, so I want to give a little bit back to you guys. Just say, hey, I appreciate you guys supporting this series. So I was a little worried when I started doing market watches that people wouldn't tune into this, and I was wrong, so I'm very happy about that. So like usual, if you guys can leave a like and subscribe, 40% of people who watch my videos aren't subbed, so hopefully today is the day that I earn your subscription, that you find me worthy. I'm close to 600 subscribers, so if I could get that by the end of June, that'd be awesome. And like usual, if you guys want to support me in any way, shape, or form and you buy cards off TCG Player, please consider using my affiliate code in the description below. A little bit of your proceeds go back to the channel, aka me, to no additional cost to you. So you're just supporting me without even spending a dime, basically, as long as you're buying off TCG Player. For you, not just Yu-Gi-Oh, but any other card shop, as long as it's on TCG Player. So with that being said, guys, 5 cards having your trade binder. The first card I have here, and I apologize if I butcher this, is Fantazmo Mariners. Now, if you have 2 or more cards in your hand and you have Urya or Haman on your field, you could discard your entire hand and special summon 3 Mariner tokens that are level 1 with 0 attack and 0 defense to your side of the field. Now, the reason I'm telling you guys to pick this up is because Sacred Beasts are getting a structure deck very, very soon, and the deck is actually pretty good. It's decently competitively viable, and a lot of people are playtesting a bunch of cards in it, this being one of them, and people are finding success. However, it's not very mainstream yet. Getting this card as an ultimate rare, as you see over here, it looks very beautiful, is great because of 2 reasons. Number 1 is obviously the structure deck. It's a great extender because it special summons 3 tokens, and having certain cards in your graveyard with this deck, especially depending on what build you have, is actually a plus in itself. So you get 3 tokens, right, plus 1 if you have maybe 1 card in your hand, or no, you have to have 2, my bad. So if you have 2 cards in your hand, you activate this, discard 2, you get plus 1 because you have 3 tokens now, and you know, you get some type of effect in the graveyard off what you discarded. You get to go even more ham, right? Along with, this is a collector's card because it's from GX, and collectors love GX. So you have 2 markets that want it: people who play the meta and, you know, love playing Yu-Gi-Oh even casually, and you have collectors, right? So you have a lot of demand for this card and not as much supply in the future. Once this card catches on, ultis for unlimited are about $6 to $8, which is very, very cheap for an old ulti like this, right? I actually was shocked at the price. First sets are $50, and I'm surprised they're only that. So if you're a big baller, get the first sets. But hey, maybe you don't really care about that first set stamp and you want to make some smaller money with than that. The unlimiteds for $6 to $8 are very good, especially because I see it rising to about $30, $40 ulti, maybe even a bit more depending on how much success that this deck has. And I see the first sets rising to 100, and I definitely see a buyout in the future. So definitely get these copies while you can. The second card that I have here is Gamma, the rare Gamma from Toon Chaos, although the Super is a great pick that I will explain why you should maybe also get the Super a little later. But the rares from Toon Chaos are about 70 cents, 70, 80 cents right now, and they were core, so they're already rising quite a bit. And this is a great penny stock because, like other hand traps, it's a bit format dependent, unlike Ash, which is basically good every format. You know, Droll, if it's good in certain formats, will go up as a card. Same with Winter Cherries, and Gamma is the same. Now, Gamma was increasing in value steadily, with the Supers being around $11, $12, and the Ultras being quite a few dollars more. And a lot of people want a reprint for this card, and our reprint came as a rare, which disappoints people, and they'd rather get higher rarity, which I understand. But hey, a reprint's a reprint, right? I mean, a rare Imperm would still sell like hotcakes because it's Imperm. So Gamma being a dollar rare is very good because this is a penny stock that can rise. Supers used to be around $3 when Gamma was first reprinted, right? And it slowly but surely went to $11, $12, right? Making Extreme Force special editions pay for themselves, basically, right? At that point, especially if you got them at low prices, right? Dollar Gammas will easily go up to $3, $4, $5. Same with Supers rising. You know, in the future, especially if we find a format where Gamma is very, very good, or we see more Gammas in top deck profiles. So getting this as your dollar penny stock is really good, especially because you could get these from loose packs quite easily of Toon Chaos. You could get these in trades for throw-ins. Right, you can offer someone a little bit of money for these, and they're already insanely cheap, so you could probably get them for even cheaper, right? And these could be great penny stocks to stick onto because hey, if these rise to price even like from 78 cents to a $4 or $5 rare, then you're sitting on a playset of $15 that you used less than $3 to get. So you're making 5 times more your money in order to get other cards, or you have it for yourself, because Gambit's a fantastic card. I absolutely love it. If I can play it, I will. I think it's a great card that is very underappreciated. So yeah, that is the second card that I have. 4 or 5 cards I have in your trade binder. The third card I have right over here, if I could just find it, is the alternate art of Foolish Burial. Now, we get lost arts about, we get like 5 or 6 every year, and we finally get the lost art for Foolish Burial. When it was originally printed, it had the tombstone and not the cross, as you see over here, because of, censorship and all that, right, jazz, that I'm not even going to get into. I hate censorship. Getting more into it, right, is now with Lost Arts, we're getting cards that aren't censored. One example is Foolish Burial right over here. Now, the reason I'm telling you guys to pick this up is because, unlike a few other cards that we get Lost Arts, not only is this going to be a collector card, but this is going to be a great card for not only meta players, but casuals as well. Anyone who plays the game will have an interest in this Lost Art because it is a generic, one-of-a-time limited version of a generic card, just like Monster Reborn, right? And Monster Reborn skyrocketed in price, right, for its alternate art, right? Now, this also has a different reason than Monster Reborn that skyrocketed to $40, is that when getting that right now, currently, for a limited time, when you purchase $30 or more, you can choose between a Lost Art and OTS packs, right? Like, for example, OTS 13, which is very new at the time of this video. And a lot of players might actually want OTS packs. Hey, they like opening extra packs. They don't care about getting a free $12 card that they can use until they just stop playing the game. That will probably increase in value. No, they'd rather get 2 loose packs to get supers that are worth 50 cents. And check out my OTS 13 opening, right? I actually felt very, very bad not getting 4 Foolish Burials, but I already have a few myself because I absolutely love that card. But the point is, there are less people choosing to get this card as well. This card is hovering around $10 to $12, and I think it's going to skyrocket in the future, being around a $30, $35 card, right? So getting a playset of these, especially if you get them for free, just buying product, like, hey, maybe you have a 22, you're buying sleeves, and you other Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, your total comes to like 23, 24. Spend a few extra bucks, get this for free. It's a very good investment. So, with that being said, the fourth card I have here is actually a old, kind of a brand new card coming out of Dual Overload. Is Celine, Queen of Master Magicians. This is basically our replacement for Pendulums because oh man, I believe I'm forgetting. Oh, Electromite got banned. Wow, I was having a big think moment there, right? So Celine is our replacement, and Celine is a very, very good rank 3. What it basically lets you does is it gets spell counters to spell cards on the field all over, including your opponent's side, and in the graveyard. That includes your opponent's graveyard, right? And then, you can special summon, you can remove 3 spell counters from your field and special summon a spellcaster monster from your hand or graveyard in defense position to a zone this points to. So it's a very good extender to get back your other interrupts, along with being a very good card herself. This is going for around $5.50, and this dropped to about $4 card and has been slowly rising. This is one of the, if you're playing Pendulums, you need to play this card, right? And with 1 printing, along with being short print from Dual Overload, this is a very good card to grab for $5.50, because if Pendulums see any success, especially outside of Triff, because Triff, as you guys know, he's basically the god of Pendulums. Except if you see other players top besides him or alongside him, this card is easily going to get bought out to a $15 to $20 card, if not more, depending on how much success Pendulums have, or if they get any Pendulum support in the future, or a new Pendulum archetype comes out. So this is a card you want to get sooner rather than later, and if you have these already, I definitely would hold on to them and not get rid of them for the world. Now, the 5th card I have here, before we get into our 6th baller card, is a very old school ulti out of Astral Pack 2 called Photon Popple Operative. Now, that's a very quick card. This card's hovering around $6, $7 right now for lightly played to near mints. The reason I'm telling you guys to pick this up is because there's a lot of people who love picking up old school ultis, especially from tournament packs, and it is very, very hard to get Astral Packs right now. Extremely hard, especially ones that are not weighed, because unlike OTS, it's very easy to weigh Astral Packs, right? So it's very hard to get ultis from them if you just buy them online or whatever, right? There's a good chance that you're going to get scammed, sadly. This is a very cheap ulti out of a very early Astral Pack, being Astral Pack 2. Will it ever come back in the meta as a competitive card? I very much highly doubt it, right? Now, knowing Yu-Gi-Oh! Players, maybe years in the future, there's this, like, special combo or something that you have to change your opponent's battle position, right? And you could pump out rank 4 very easily. So Photon Operative comes into play, especially because it makes them lose 6-inch deck. I, again, highly doubt it, but there's a small slither of hope. But this is a cheap ulti, just like Maestro, the Symphony Djinn, that went up from being a like $5 ulti up to a $20 ulti because people like to collecting that card. Photon Operative can do the same. So this is a very cheap tournament pack ulti that you can hold on to for a couple years, and you could see a lot of growth on it, and you could sell or trade it off to get other collector cards you want if maybe you just don't dig it after a while. So yeah, definitely get these while you can. Now, these 6 baller card, and the reason I'm giving you the 6 cards because it is very expensive, but it's absolutely stunning, is Area the Water Charmer Prismatic. I know you guys have heard me talk about these in my market watches, but the prismatic market, especially for extra deck prismatic cards, is at an all-time high, and we've seen trends of cards that prismatics that were 500 easily rise to 1,000, along with other prismatics going up over time. We've seen this for every single prismatic, even unplayable prismatics like Gorgon of the Evil Eye, right? Which, while not unplayable, doesn't really have a market, right? A lot of people aren't playing Evil Eyes, and if they are, they usually don't care too much about getting the prismatic. They'd rather play the super and all that, right? So it's mostly just as a collector card, right? Now, the reason I'm telling you guys to pick up Area out of all of them is because the Charmers have followed this trend of just skyrocketing. The Wind Charmer, which is probably, no offense when I say this, the worst Charmer, just based off attribute. I absolutely love its artwork and everything else about it, but when it comes to play only, I think that is the worst out of the 4. Is about $1,000. The Earth one was about $200, now approaching $400. The Water Charmer, people are learning now, and it's now dipping in price. It's about $370. Now, the reason I'm telling you guys about this is if you could get it for any cheaper than $370, I would so, because I see all the Charmers easily being $1,000. There's a lot of people who want to collect all 4, especially in Prismatic, along with being very good cards in general. The Charmers are very underrated. I know Hida, for example, that doesn't have a Prismatic, is a very good card, especially in certain matchups, like in Salamangreat. You know, and we could always have something like that with, you know, Area or, you know, Wind or any of the other Charmers that released, like the Earth one, right? Which I don't remember the name of right now. But I could see Areas easily hitting 1,000, especially when we get this structure deck of them where they're getting alternate arts and everything. People are going to want to play the Prismatics and alternate arts and have high rarity Charmers. I know I'm going to want high rarity Charmers. I'm not going to be able to afford that though, except I do have one Prismatic Charmer, luckily, which I'll probably show in a market watch or something. I should have probably showed it in this video, but yeah, so if you have a lot of money and you're looking for a Prismatic, this is the one I suggest you buy. So with that being said, along with Water being probably the most useful one in my opinion for the Prismatics. So with that being said, guys, if you guys can leave a like and subscribe, that'd be awesome. Hopefully you guys understand that this video is a little longer. I had to explain my picks a little more into depth just so you guys can understand it. I probably still even missed a few things, so leave a like, subscribe. If you want to support me in any way, use my affiliate link in the description below for TCG Player, and follow my Twitter, link in the description below. I almost have 100 followers on there. I really don't promote it too much, so I'm surprised I actually do have followers. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.